Hello everybody and welcome back to another video from the Investor Diary. Now today we don't have any open trades, we didn't find any opportunities. Therefore, what we're going to do, we're going to continue what we started last week, looking at the Euro AUD. There was an interesting case here where we had the price on the daily touching on the daily order flow, and therefore it was at this point, this is Monday the 16th, and we said this means that this is a buying opportunity. While looking at the 4 hour time frame and the market structure, structure was telling us that this is Monday. No, this is still Sunday. This is Monday. The market structure was saying that we are grabbing the inducement liquidity here and it will go down. So there was a contradiction between what's the price, what's the market structure is telling us on the daily and what it is telling us on the 4 hour. So, and the other indicators didn't give us any bias to a certain direction. Now, today, if we look at the weekly time frame, we will see that the stochastic has been for a long time under and getting deeper under the 32. But this is also, as much as it signifies that the price is going down, but also there is that it is extremely overbought. And the evidence to that is that the RSI on the weekly is actually overbought. And the RSI on the daily was overbought and getting out of it. So it's going in and out of the overbought area for a while now. So will it go back to being overbought again? Yeah, or everything is possible. But at this point, at least there would be a reaction, especially with what is happening on the weekly. So we're thinking that there is an upward reaction before any downward movement could happen. And now, what is giving an indication to that, there is something very tricky that happened on the 4 hour, where it got really close to breaking the trading range and moving on to another downward range. So this was the break, the last break here, and we would think that grabbing the liquidity and then going down, that means we will break, but it didn't. It just was just above the level. And what does that mean? What this does, is this just a normal play of the downward channel, or are we witnessing a turn of the tides of the price? Are we going to see an upward reaction from this point? Because this is very, very, very strange reaction from this point. Okay, we might explain it on the daily that it is a retest of the order flow, of the order flow, but to me that's not, doesn't explain things. There are things that are happening on the weekly time frame that are more relevant, I think, than what is happening here on the daily regarding the order flow. But still we are within the downward range on the 4 hour, and we have two bottoms here at the daily. So it didn't break this low here. And if it didn't break this low, is this a sign that we will have a strong upward reaction now with everything that is happening? We will wait and see, because today, now we don't have enough evidence. The price is on the 4 hour, the price is in the middle of the downward range, so it's not telling us anything really. Anything can happen here. It can go down and break it. I mean, the first time it didn't break it, now it's going to break it, and it's still going to be within the downward channel. So yeah, this is on the Euro AUD. We have another interesting pair, which is the GBP USD, and there is another contradicting signal here. We have this is the daily, the 4 hour. Yes. So on the daily, we have the inducement that the price wants to get this inducement liquidity under the liquidity under this inducement. So, interesting. Okay, I'm looking at the place where I have put the inducement on the daily. So we have. I want to check something. Let's go to the line. Of course, the line shows the closing prices, and no, it's not clear. I wanted to see how the order flows are being played because this could be engulfed within another order flow. Let's see the height of this. The high is 34.94. This is 34.91. So if this is engulfed in this order flow, then the inducement is here actually. The inducement is not there. Okay. So the low here is 33.38.7. Yes. Okay. So now we have the inducement here, and the price wants this liquidity before we can check the range of the trading range, because as you can see, we don't have the high of the trading range. We only have the high of the trading range specified when the inducement is hit. Once the inducement is hit, we can specify in this case the high of the trading range. So until now we have this as a magnet, this liquidity as a magnet, but from the 4 hour point of view, we have a hit on the on an order block, on an extreme order block. So it's a buy. But here I think things are clearer than they are in the Euro AUD, where I think the price has a pressure of going down. The RSI is down, the stochastic, it's starting to flip on the daily, but it is flipping on the 4 hour going down, and the price, I mean, we can see it right now. It is pushing. It's still pushing down. So we might have, and actually this is called, when look at the look at it here and where it is on the daily. Okay, on the daily it's before the inducement, and anything before the inducement is called smart money trap. So this could be a smart money trap where we see a reaction, but then it breaks it and does not respect it, and it will go down below. um, So yeah, now the inducement is at the low of the 4, which means to take that liquidity in the inducement, it will need to break the low of the 4 hour, which makes more sense. Now, why it makes more sense? Because the weekly here stochastic is in the middle of its downward journey, and there is still time and space for it to go even further down. And these levels, this triangle here, if the price breaks this level, then it will continue going up. But if it goes down, and this down is the low of the daily range, okay. Currently it's at the above, and we might be seeing something of a head and shoulders, inverted head and shoulders here, but It is inverted head and shoulders, but it's not at the bottom of a trend. It's kind of at the top of the trend. So is this a continuation signal to the upside? Um, could be, but then there is this triangle that we might see also a push upward. To tell the truth, I'm not too much on the GBP USD. I'm not too much on the upward movement, although it can very easily prove me wrong. I'm thinking more that the price is going down on the GBP USD. Let's check the time. Okay, we still have time. I want to show you what happened with the USDJPY. The one we closed it on Friday at a very big loss that took all our winnings during the last 2 weeks. And now what I'm testing is the following. Now we closed it at about this level here. Okay. I don't want to be exact, it doesn't matter. But then the price now today went down and it's going up again. There is a term that I want to test. The term is repeated by some forex trainers and mentors that the price always comes back. And why they say that? They say that to their students and trainees that they so as not to get that FOMO effect that they lost the chance. For example, let's say someone was looking for a sell at this point and the price came at this point and they lost that chance. They didn't take it for whatever reason. And so the trainer would say, well, the price will always come back, so don't worry about it. I, there is a way the price can come back, yes, in a retest, and there was an opportunity of retest in this candle, but it didn't hit the price, so the price is gone. Now if the price came up, I think it's totally different circumstances. If it came up from here, it's not the same circumstance as when it was coming to this price here. So I would think it's a different circumstance. So not always the price, maybe not in this case, but in general, if the price comes back to a certain price level, it doesn't mean the same circumstances are prevailing. So if it was a sell at that point, maybe it is a buy at the other point, with a huge candle breaking this inducement. We might have a kind of retest of it and then getting back up. So we don't know really if what I'm trying to say is that I'm not sure if that statement is valid. But what I'm testing here, if there is merit to that statement, and I kept my position, my USDJPY position open, and it lost all this. If I kept it open, is there a merit to the fact that the price always comes back? So that's what I want to see. Okay, now I closed it, it's done. But I want to see if this is going to happen. And I want to see it over different scenarios to see if the price comes back, because there are a lot of trades that I closed on a loss and then to find eventually that the price came back, not only to the area of the order, the position order, but also it went back and hit the TP, the old TP. So I want to test that by observation. Anyway, so now the Euro AUD again. We don't have any bias, but I am more inclined that it will go further down, and this downward channel is another proof to that. Okay, but again, the price is in the middle here. The GBP USD, I think this IDM is a magnet, and I think the price is going to go down with, and I feel that way, especially that the weekly stochastic is down along with the daily RSI below 50. So those two give me that kind of inclination. Although this figure here uh, gives more power and to an upward to continuation of the upward movement. Anyway, so this is it for from me today. Those were the interesting trades and the interesting uh, observations, let's say, for me, and I wanted to share that for me to hear myself talking about them. This will enrich my learning, and this is why I'm doing all this diary. And I hope if anybody is watching this diary, is getting useful information regarding the ups and downs of getting into the forex trading, and how we can keep on testing theories and concepts until we come up with a solid trading plan that we can depend on to provide us with consistent profits. So thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next video, hopefully tomorrow. Just a quick reminder that during the weekend we continued our talk regarding the my personal trading platform, and the video is already up, talking about the strategic objectives of this trading platform. And this is what I call my personal trading platform. It consists of philosophy, my trading philosophy, strategic objectives, trading methodology, and trading plan. Of course, this is being developed and uh, based on the experience and the things I go through in my trading sessions. Um, for example, this last one has been added last week after what was happening in the USDJPY, and I think, and this is not my own creation. It's an investment rule, by the way. If it is not a definite yes, then it is a no. So if the opportunity is not a definite yes, then it is a no. Like today, there were no definite opportunities, so we didn't take any positions today. So yeah, that's it. Thank you very much, and again, as I said, I hope to see you in the next video, hopefully tomorrow. Thank you very much, and see you later. Bye bye.